Hi, I'm Brian Lord, Senior Vice President here at Premier Speakers Bureau. I'm excited to have on Lora, a professional event planner who ended up marrying a speaker, Lora Little here, and they're kind enough to share their insights with us. So one of the questions that comes up is, for you as an event planner, what are your expectations for a speaker on site but off stage?
Well, I think it is important for the speaker to be involved in every aspect of the event, whether it be the reception the night before, the breakfast the morning of, or the lunch after the speech. But I also understand that, especially being on the side now where I've seen, especially being on the side now that I have a speaker for a husband, I can see that it's important to him to get all the details right. And so sometimes going to the reception the night before might not or might hinder him from working on his presentation or putting the last minute details in. And so probably prior to knowing Steve, I wanted his presentation right away. I wanted it a week before, 10 days before, and I wanted, for things like content approval and format. Mm-hmm. And so what I've learned is to specify, to be clear on what I need from you prior to. And that way he can come in and come to the reception or come to the breakfast as he needs to gather information that helps him customize his speech.
Yeah, makes sense. I think this comes up more often with other people. Brian and I have worked together for a long time. He knows I'm an extrovert. I like being at the events. Right. I'd rather be at the event than to be in the room. I'm bored in the room. And Laura's with me. It's great. We can go and meet people. We like meeting people. That's who we are. But I know a lot of speakers, good friends of mine, who don't feel the same way, and they're not wrong either. Mm-hmm. So I like meeting the board of directors the night before, and then at the luncheon, sitting with people and sharing what we've just discussed. I like all that. It's fun for me. I know other speakers, though, that are saying, if you want me to be the best at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and to be at a sound check at 6 a.m., my job is to be there that afternoon, get to bed early, work on it. And so their focus is get the content right first, then I'll show up for something else. And so I can tell you that I just came from an event where the speaker showed up late. It wasn't their fault. It was travel. But they weren't at the evening events. Then the speaker didn't check in with the meeting planner to let them know that they were going to run behind. And then they weren't speaking until the afternoon. And so by that morning even, they're saying, they knew the person had checked in, but where is this person? That's probably a mistake on the speaker's part, right? That, of course, you've got to say, I'm not going to be able to make that dinner I said I was going to make, or the cocktail party I said I was going to be at. But I wouldn't hold it against a speaker that says, your best interest is that I be prepared. The reason I like doing it is I get prepared at the cocktail party the night before. And my good friend, Joe Calloway, mm-hmm. And Joe lives here, and shout out to Joe, great guy. And Joe and I've known, and Joe has been somebody I've always tried to go to for advice. One of the first things Joe told me, I said, Joe, what's the one thing that will make me a great speaker? I thought it'd be something about marketing, or something about my content, or about my stage presence. You know what? Drink water. Drink water. His point was, you're going to be at a cocktail party every night, yes, and you need to be the one drinking water. And I said, you know what? That's good advice. And I've always used that. So what I try to do at an evening cocktail party, I'm testing material a little bit, testing concepts. There's always something happening in an industry or within a company, and to try to say, I'm going to discuss something I've never discussed and go around and plant seeds, mm-hmm. It helps me test it before I get on stage just to see how it's going to go over.
Definitely.
Great. Well, thank you so much for that. For you event planners, make sure to tune in. We're going to have some more interviews with Lora and Steve here on things like AV, session timing, and some other things too. So make sure to time into that, subscribe to this channel, and we'll be back with more with Lora and Steve.